Yo, what's up, people? I'm back. It's the bad boy Alex. See the hood, sunglasses, the badass leather jacket. Yeah, there's somebody at my job that inspired me to make this YouTube video. I can't say any names because of if that individual ever found out I made these videos, they probably would have that look on their face like, why you didn't tell me you make these YouTube videos and why you dress up like that? I would probably tell her she's part of the excuse me, she's a big part of my motivation, but I can't tell her that because, then people at my job would be like, damn, Alex, you didn't tell us that she'd make you this motivated. But anyway, today's YouTube video is another episode of Sex Talk 101, episode 32. Now, Jada Black is a big YouTuber. He's got a lot of subscribers. He does a lot of social media talk. He loves to make sports videos, so support the man and watch his YouTube channel because he needs the support. But there is a video he made 2 or 3 years ago that I completely disagree with. And that is, he talked about how there needs to be a bro code, a man code. You see in my video, the Bad Boy Effect video, hold on, that's 8100 Bad Boy Effect. I repeat, that is 8100 Bad Boy Effect. I disagree that there is no such thing of a man code, that there never was a such thing of a quote-unquote bro code. You see, if there was one, men would not be trying to have sex with their best friend's girlfriend, or you wouldn't be trying to smash your boy's wife, or ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. Now, I made a YouTube video maybe a year and a half ago called "Who's Having Sex with Your Wife and Girlfriend?" And I guess I could make a part 2 to this video. I guess I could, from my secondary channel, no less. So let's get into it. Now, how many of you men, actually raise your hands, we're in school. You guys are the students, I'm the teacher. Seriously, all kidding aside, all jokes aside, raise your hand. How many of you had a big crush on a fine ass girl when you were in high school and in college? It didn't matter if you guys were on the basketball team, the football team, the baseball team, the track team. It didn't matter if you were just a regular high school student or a regular college student. About 80 to 85% of us, the vast majority of us, including myself, once upon a time I was in high school. And I had a crush on this one girl, this one black girl that was light-skinned. And every man tried to get with her. I mean, guys on the basketball team, the football team, the baseball team, guys that did track, ran track, guys that played soccer, guys from other high schools was hollering at this chick. I mean, she was, black, light-skinned, nice hair. Girl looked like a Hollywood actress. The girl looked like Denise Richards, if you guys know who the hell Denise Richards was. Badass chick from Westchester High School. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you her sex appeal at that time. I can't tell you her name because, yeah, she hit that wall. So, yeah, I can't tell you her name. And I've actually seen her recently last year twice. So I know she hit the wall, basically. Now, the badass hood. Now, the vast majority of men are going to tell you, don't ever go after somebody's girlfriend or somebody's ex-wife or current wife, because it's a big no-no. And I'm here to tell you that 99.99% of the time, that would be true. Except for, you can't tell me that you have not thought about, what if your best friend broke up with his girlfriend and you had an opportunity? See, as a man, you're going to experience rejection about 80 to 85% of the time. You're going to experience rejection. Hell, sometimes 90% of the time, you're going to experience lots, and I mean lots and lots of effing rejection. It's going to be so painful for you that it's going to feel like you're getting rejected 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You always hear women say, you're just not my type. I don't like you like that. You're just not interesting for me. You're going to hear that a lot. And there are going to be days where you're going to ball your hand up into a fist and try to punch out the wall like you're Wolverine or the Incredible Hulk or some shit. Trust me, I've been there. I know exactly what it effing feels like. Doesn't feel good when you get told by a girl that you like, I just don't like you like that. I'm just not interested. See, it's easy for women. See, women have no idea how easy it is for them to get the attention of any man. As for us, we have a thing that we call self-improvement. And there's only 5 possible ways for a man to get with a woman. I won't necessarily say the word get laid or score, but you know what scoring is. There's only 5 ways. 1, you become an alpha male. Most men never become alpha males. 2, you either become like me, a bad boy. Most guys are afraid to be stereotyped as a bad boy because of the news. And then there's option number 3, which I would say is self-improvement. There's option number 4, which is to become rich and famous. But let's be honest, it's like what 50 Cent tried to tell you in his first album, get rich or die trying. And then there's option number 5. I guess you could get a passport, and I guess you could go to a foreign country and never come back. But, you know, there's a guy that wants to actually stop that. So, yeah, you probably might want to rethink that a bit. Call 8100 Bad Boy Effect. I'm going to say it again. Call 8100 Bad Boy Effect. Now, when you were in high school and when you were in college, you just had a mad crush on the girls. Didn't matter if it was a black girl, a white girl, a Latino girl, or an Asian girl. Didn't matter if she was mixed. And a lot of times, whenever you try to, get your mac on with the ladies, you got shut down quickly. And you try to figure out what was it that you had or didn't have. You find out that you didn't have no game. And you see, what's going to happen is you're going to talk to 2 girls, 3 girls, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 girls. Like in my YouTube video when I said call 1 versus 10. When they tell you just go talk to another girl, that's pointless. And I'm going to tell you why that's pointless. Because it comes with a certain level of rage and anger. Let's say you call your best friend on the phone and you tell your best friend, let's go to the park and let's go play basketball. And your homeboy said, well, I'm taking my girlfriend out to the movies and to the mall, and then later we're going to have dinner at a restaurant. You figured no big deal, no big deal, it happens. But it don't happen once. It happens 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And before you know it, you ain't hung out with your own best friend for 7 to 8 months. You've had to go to the park and play basketball by yourself. You try to say, let's go to the gym. Let's go work out at the gym. Nah, I'm going to go to the gym and hang out with my girlfriend. So now you got to go to the gym and see your own best friend that you've been friends with for 5 years or 10 years hanging out with his woman at the gym. So now you ain't got no workout partner no more. That's been taken from you. It's like when you're a little kid and you ask your dad to buy you a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox or an Xbox 360 or an iPhone, and your dad tells you, I can't guarantee if I can get that for your birthday or for Christmas. And every single year for 10 years, your dad promised you he'll buy you an iPhone, but he never does. Your dad promised you a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4, but he never does. He promises you he'll get you an Xbox or an Xbox 360, but he never does. It's the same thing if you beg your dad for a car, but you know and I know and the Undertaker know you're just going to have to get a job and save up $5,000 to $10,000 and buy your own self a car. The point is, for 7 to 8 months, you're not able to be with your best friend. You try playing basketball, you play basketball by yourself. You go to the gym, you see your best friend with his girlfriend. So you say, let's go to the movies. Well, your best friend says, I can't, I'm double dating with Chris. So now you go to the movie theater, if it's in your city and location, and what do you see? Chris and your boy double dating, and it makes you feel bad. It discourages you. It makes you feel like you don't belong, you don't fit. Like, that's not fair. Why should I come to the movie theater, y'all holding hands, y'all kissing, you're having a good time and you're just one miserable son of a bitch. And you come to the realization that it's a resentment. It is jealousy that you don't like the fact that your best friend is having a lot of fun with a girl. And you're just not able to accept the reality that you're by yourself. So you go to the nightclub thinking, well, maybe if I get me a girl, my problem will go away. Only to find out that you got used to buy a girl, to buy drinks. And she already has a boyfriend. So now you feel even more shitty. You tried a strategy and it kind of blew up in your damn face. It's like what the Joker said in The Dark Knight. You know, you were a schemer. You know, you had plans. You tried to put it into motion and then it blew up in your face. And what did that get you? I try to expose the schemers and show how stupid their plan is. You get a truck full of soldiers and they blow up. No one complains because why? Everything goes according to plan. Or a gangbanger shoots up the neighborhood. No one complains because it goes according to plan. It is a part of the plan. And you see, when you fantasize about wanting to bang your best friend's girlfriend, what it really is it's the fact that you don't have a girlfriend. How many times you heard someone in high school and college tell you, get your own girlfriend? Now, here's the problem with that. If someone told you get your own car, you can get your own car. I mean, it might take you 5 or 10 years to work your ass off, but you can get your own car. Somebody tell you get your own house or your own apartment, that's easy. Somebody say get your own pack of cigarettes, that's easy. Somebody tell you go get your ass a job because you're lazy, that's easy. Oh, you ain't making enough money? Go get your ass 2 jobs. That's easy. All that's 80% easy. Problem is when someone says get your own girlfriend, that's going to be a lot harder than you think. Because if you're getting rejected 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and 365 days a year, that's a problem. And then for it to happen 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, it gets worse if it's 10 years. It gets worse if it's 10 years. And you see, you can't get your own girlfriend. Because when you go to the nightclub and you go to the bars, the vast majority of the women at the nightclub and the bars have boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, husbands, ex-husbands. And you're going to be talking to a girl at pure 100% random. And there's no way for you to tell if the girl you're talking to, if she is single. And you see, here's why most men will end up having sex with somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife, whether they know it or they don't know it. Most women some women, let's just say, some women will tell you right off the back, I have a boyfriend. And then there's some women that love attention so much that they will wait until they have no choice but to reject you that they have a boyfriend. Some girls will brag in your face, knowing that it's painful and it's humiliating for you that you don't have nobody to hold hands with, you don't have nobody to hug, you have nobody to kiss. And when you start getting jealous, they'll look at you and say, are you jealous? Are you mad? And you see if you lie and you say no. See, a woman can tell if you're lying and telling the truth. You know, some women got superpowers. Just like the girl at my job, she have a lot of superpowers. I run away and hide, she find my ass. I'm not making this shit up. You guys probably laughing your ass off, saying because I'm an asshole, that's what you get. And you're right, I am an asshole, and that is what I get. But the thing is, women have superpowers. They can tell when you're lying and when you tell them the truth. And if you say, no, I'm not jealous, she know by your body language, she know by your mannerisms, you're jealous. And now, this is where guys say you start player hating. You player hate because you don't have no one. See, if you had someone, then you wouldn't be thinking about that girl. But when a woman break up with her boyfriend and your ass end up trying to mac, she go date her a criminal. You know, she go mess with a basketball player, a football player, a baseball player, or she go mess with a bodybuilder, a weightlifter, a power lifter at the gym, or she go mess with guys that are a film director or a film producer or a music producer, or even worse, she'll go mess with a rock star, or she'll go mess with a rapper or R&B artist, someone that's rich and famous, someone that has money, looks, and status. And there you go again, rejected. And you see, by the time you get to your 30s as a man, when you finally get some women paying attention, there's a thing that we call the body count. Now, the body count is how many men women have had sex with. And if a woman say I've had sex with 5 or 10 guys, yeah, that's going to be a problem for a man, because when you do finally get the girl, then the next problem that you have is she's had sex with too many men. And you see, most women are never going to tell you that they've already messed around with a bunch of men. And you see, when people tell you, go get your own girlfriend, that's impossible. Not in today's era. That's impossible. You can speak to 10 women, and all 10 women can have a boyfriend or a husband, or an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend. And you cannot claim the title of number one. I'm just trying to tell you, hell, if you get a passport and you go outside the United States of America, you might have to go to 15 countries outside the United States to find one girl who has never had sex with too many men. And even when you do that, there is still an 85 to 90% chance that somewhere in her past she had met a guy before you. And even if you go outside the United States, you're still not running away and hiding from the problem. Okay, you might actually go on dates. You might finally be able to take a woman out to lunch and dinner outside the United States, but the realization is still there. You still getting a girl that met a man before you. And you see, the men who tell you don't ever try to get with your best friend's girlfriend, the reason why they don't want you to do it is because deep down inside, they probably smashed the girl themselves. And they don't want you to get your feelings in the way, because if your feelings get in the way, well, then you're gonna end up like me and so many other guys. You're gonna become a bad boy. And most guys become bad boys because if that's the only way I can get a girl that hasn't been, have a high body count, then so be it. But what I'm trying to say in this video, the reason why I'm debunking what Jada Black said in this YouTube video is primarily because 99.99% of the time, you're going to meet women at random. It doesn't matter if it's at the movie theater, doesn't matter if it's at a nightclub, a bar, doesn't matter if it's at the gym, doesn't matter if it's at work, doesn't matter if it's at school or at a gas station or at a restaurant. Somehow, some way, 99.99% of the time, you are going to meet a beautiful woman that you find physically, sexually attractive that has had boyfriends in the past. And you're not going to be the first. You're not going to be the second. You're not even going to be the third or the fourth guy that she's met. You're most likely going to be the fifth, maybe the sixth, maybe the seventh, maybe the eighth man that she's met that thinks he has a chance. And you see, men, we have these egos, and, once a woman tells us something we don't want to hear, we cry, we bitch like a bitch, and the girl be like, oh my God, I told him that I've been married 2 times, and he act like a bitch. Or I told him I broke up with my boyfriend 4 times, he cries like a bitch. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I mean, come on. It happens to the best of us. And you see, by the time you get in your 30s, and these women come back 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, what do you think most of the problem is most of the time? Most of the time, it's the fact that these girls didn't want you when they were in their early 20s, and then when they get in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s, now they want you because they've hit this wall. And now you don't find these women physically, sexually attractive because it took too long for those women to pay attention to you. But in that 10-year period, you've spoken to 10 women, you've spoken to 15 women, hell, you've even spoken to 20 women in 10 years. And those women are going to tell you, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, I'm married. But then she cheats on her boyfriend with a basketball player, a football player, a baseball player. She might see somebody like John Cena, and you might say, wait a minute, you told me that you don't want me because you have a boyfriend, but you go mess with John Cena. But you have a boyfriend. Now, you see the bullshit hypocrisy, fellas, that women do? The bullshit ass hypocrisy? I mean, yeah, men do the same shit. I'm not going to sit here and say it's always women. You got some men who do that. You got some men that will tell a fat girl, well, I don't like fat women. But then they see somebody like a Hollywood actress, and they cheat on their girlfriend with a Hollywood actress. So I'm not saying men don't do it. What I'm saying in this YouTube video, that 99.99% of the time you're going to meet a woman. It doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter if it's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, or 365 days a year. 99.99% of the time, you're going to meet a woman at random, and she don't have to tell you if she have a boyfriend or if she's married. And it's even worse when you do find out. And then the reason why guys still pursue the girl is because it's based off of rejection. Well, if I keep getting rejected, what am I supposed to do? They'll tell you, go talk to another girl. But then you talk to girl number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. And before you know it, all 10 girls tell you the same thing. Now, it is true that some girls lie and don't have a boyfriend. And I am going to make another YouTube video in the week in explaining what the hell that's about. Because in some cases, the woman just do that because she don't find that particular man physically, sexually attractive. And again, you're going to face rejection about 80 to 85% of the time. Now, let's talk about what happens when you decide you want to smash another man's girl. A lot of times when you do it, it's to actually get revenge on your best friend for all that distancing himself. Like, your best friend will choose a girl over you because he's been rejected his whole entire life. You've been rejected your whole entire life. And everybody knows that if you had the position, or should I say, if you had the opportunity, you would be doing the same exact thing. And you would be no different than your best friend. Now, most of us will say, no, I will never stab my best friend in the back. But then you find out 2 years later, 3, 4, hell, even 5 years later, that he's not seeing the girl no more. And a lot of us will go walk up to the girl and say hi, not knowing that they broke up. And the minute that we find out that they broke up, we look at that as an opportunity to go in for the kill, ask for the phone number, give me your email address, let's set something up, let's go to have drinks, thinking you got a chance to score, only to get rejected once again. Now, the only time a girl might actually screw her boyfriend's best friend is if she liked the man in the first place. And if that is the case, then some of you guys might actually score. And then some of you guys, like I said, you might ball your hand up into a fist and knock the wall out like you're the Incredible Hulk or the Wolverine because you don't like being rejected. I'm serious. And it doesn't matter if it's a black girl, a white girl, a Latino girl, or an Asian girl. The vast majority of women are going to reject you. That is just the reality of it. As handsome, let me say that again. As one handsome son of a bitch, I've been rejected countless of times. And you know why I don't take it personal? Because one day the woman that rejected me, she's going to hit that wall. And when she does, she's going to come back to me and say, okay, I'm ready. And I'm just going to do her like I would do those mob movies. You know, where the mobsters say, get the hell out of here, get out of here. What's the matter with you? Get out of here. Well, I'm going to just tell her, get the hell out of here. Because if it's 10 years later, or 15 years later, or 20 years later, what's the whole point? That's too much time lost. What I'm trying to explain to you men from the age of 18 to 29 is this is going to actually happen to you. And you are going to experience it in high school. If you didn't experience it in high school, you're going to experience it in college. And if you don't experience it in high school and college, you're going to experience at the movie theater, at the gym, someplace in the world, you're going to experience it. And if you have a best friend that says, I ain't never messed with my best friend's girlfriend, he's one lying son of a bitch. Because he's never going to tell you that he had a crush on your girlfriend when you were in high school and college. Because if he told it to you in an open confession, you would probably lay the smack down on his candy ass. You know, you probably get a baseball bat from your car. You probably come out with a gun or something like that and go, what? I'm just trying to explain to you. And I'm just giving you some ideas on why I say there's no such thing of a man code. Because if there was, look at the rap industry. Do you know how terrible the rap industry is? All the rappers in the rap industry are having sex with each other's girlfriend. And there's no loyalty to that. Same thing if you're looking at pro sports. Basketball, football, baseball. Again, in Hollywood, you got all these guys that are actors in television and film. And as soon as they find out that the woman becomes available, they don't give a you know what if she was once married. They don't give a damn if she was once in a relationship. All they know is if it's 10 years later, 15 years later, or 20 years later, I don't care. I want the girl. And I'm trying to tell you guys that if there was a man code, then there would be some loyalty. Until then, call 8100 Bad Boy Effect. I repeat, call 8100 Bad Boy Effect.